Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell Mariette that the girl is sexy. Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell Mariette that the girl is sexy.
Hello again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on which part of the world you are. Today's another edition of the Logan's Hour, and today promised to be a very good one. And now, today is the 12th month, 15th day, 2022. And what's the time in Indianapolis now? It's 6:36 in Indianapolis. So, to all of you joining us out there, I want to say thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming on today. And today I'm not too okay, but we will do our best. And I met somebody on this show, and I'm hoping that she join us tonight. My sister Celine. Oh gosh, she here. Yeah, Celine. I miss you so much the other day. Celine, let me say today. Some of you don't understand why Celine was in here. Celine had a blackout on me on the last show. She was protesting for some reason, and I reason with her. Her protest is genuine, but for the sake of peace, she decided to let it go. Celine, we want to say hats up to you. Trust me, you know, because of you, we are here. Because of you, we are here. You are one of those people. I can rest assure you when it comes to knowing genuine people, she's genuine. Sometimes she don't take no nonsense. That one everybody know her for that, but she's genuine. She say it as it is. She don't buy and blow. So when she had issue with me and we're setting things on the show and setting things that she noted wasn't right, she said, "Hey, this is not right." I said, "Oh my God, address it." She said, "All right, until that can happen, I will put a blackout." But we are cool. All right, to all of those joining us tonight on the Logan's Hour, you can follow us three ways. You can follow us on my personal page. You can follow us on the Logan's Hour page. You can also follow us on YouTube. Some of you who follow in the show, you see that we have the. If you go to YouTube and just look for Logan's Hour, you will see that we will pop up as well. And you can follow us on your television, on whatever device you are using. It's awesome to be in Indianapolis at this town, and it's just good to be alive. And today I was met by somebody, and the person strike a concern, and I think because of diversity, we have to get involved with doing what we used to do. And those people met me, and they are not Liberians; they are other nationals, and they said, "Well, what happened to the Tuesday motivations?" And the Tuesday motivation used to have a very glued to the show. And for some of us who are not Liberians, we are not too interested in the Liberian politics. But this time when we come on the show, all we see is just Liberian politics. And I apologize. And I said we will try to come back to our Tuesday motivations. You know, the motivational hour we used to have on Tuesday, encouraging young people and talking some other things. We will come back to our Tuesday motivations and come back to spraying the water go again as usual, because that's the area, the other side of people who met me, because no disrespect and not to sound a little racist, um, they are not they are not Liberians. They are typical Americans, and they follow the show because of the motivational hour. So we will keep having a motivational hour. We will keep talking about the Bible. We will keep talking about God and as well. And we will keep correcting and sharpening those contradictions when it come up at times. So notwithstanding, we will be everywhere. We will just stand for the truth and speak the truth at all times. So today we want to say to all of you who celebrating in the month of December, we want to say, well, happy birthday, happy belated birthday, happy pre-birthday. And to some of you who following us here today, I want to say to my dear sister Celine, welcome back to your show. And my dear brother Roland Akwe, welcome for joining the Logan's Hour today. My dear brother Didier, thank you for joining the Logan's Hour. My own Oma Isabella, the woman who kept the organization covers in tight. And just a little joke at Brandy, don't take it serious. When Oma ready to go to bed, Oma can tell our lapa she had 1985 in Labrador. She tell the organization cover key and tie on it. She said, "We got people money been here." I ain't come a joke. That to tell over Oma say, "Hey, I tell him over everything. If you if you want to go for auditors, I'll be willing and ready for that." Welcome, Sis Isabella. My dear brother Alvin Penner. Welcome to the Logan's Hour, my man. I see that you're doing some real pretty great job in Liberia. Keep pushing. Um, keep pushing. I know you can do it. The end will justify the means. Brady laughing. The woman or Brady Leah how she can visit the woman. Oma can say, what I key say, let me tie it on my lap. Brady can say, boy, you be tying the key for the money in the bench. You say, yeah, because small petty cash, then I can keep it, so I need to tie it. Because I know the labor community with it, where you need join the chair and more chiclets and sweet. When they said tell the money over my way, she tell all the money over. She say, you know happy, I want to get supply. I get 20 cent on my baby. Me added 20 cent there, so you can say, yeah, at least she gave more than what we give her to keep. Oh God. Oh well. I wasn't feeling so good, but I think I'm feeling well now. Thank you so much for that joke, sis. Is it? Yeah. All right. So, Brandy Alpha, welcome. Sis Vera, my own mother-in-law, thank you for joining the Logan's Hour today. And thanks to all of my guys who have make this show so good. Winter Snow, John Blamo, Keseli Akwe, and everybody else who always joining us. We want to say thank you so much. Look at Didier watching from Nukuta Big or yeah, that Nukuta Miami. Didier, what's up, my dear brother? Yeah, so today we have some real interesting topics to discuss here. Emmanuel Mose now got talk about. Can I have you as my guest tomorrow from 3:15 to 4 p.m. on U4 on Super Bungis Radio in Banga City, Bon County? Yeah, we can have this conversation after the show, but I think 3 o'clock don't work for me tomorrow. 3 o'clock can work for me on Saturday, but anyway, Emmanuel, I think you own you're on Facebook, you can contact me personally to have this conversation. That'll be a nice conversation. We can just chit chat around what we're going to be talking about. And since it's a youth forum, I know it's all about young people participation in their own democracy and how to get involved with their community. So that would be a good thing to do. And I remember you, Emmanuel. I remember when we were during the campaign period, you used to come on the show and you used to talk about issues confronting the people of Liberia and Bon County specifically. Just a short story. I passed through Bon County. The war wasn't good in Liberia, but the war also did some good thing for me because due to the war, I was able to pass through Bon County while we are escaping the south of the rebel. And I think I had the opportunity to stay in Bon County for like I think 3 months or 2 months. That's why I learned how to speak Bassa and all in Bon County. For that 2 months, we were in Bon County. We went to one time. We went to Banga first. From one town, went to one other town. After Banga called Bobo. Then from there from Bobo, we went to one other smaller town called Gonswa Town. That's where I was good enough to learn my local vernacular. Yeah, but other than that, we're just gonna be Firestone boys, my dear brother G Consistent Murray, and to my friend brother, the J Joshua K. Powell Sr., Vice President of the Grand Bassa Association, Indiana chapter. Welcome to the Logan's Hour. And to my own dear brother and friend, my own youth chairperson, Mr. Peter Howard. Welcome again to the Logan's Hour. And for those of you who don't know Peter Howard going to be the fashion police at the Liberian Association inaugural program. And this guy are talking about Peter Howard. He know how to pull clothes together. He know how to pull wearing together. He know values. He know when you taking Chinese things somewhere. He know when you're taking classical things somewhere. So you can see how he look here. You see in here, it's a Louis Vuitton design. You see the boots on his foot. I don't know that boots name because I know design. You see the coat. You see the glasses. You see the chin. So you should know the kind of man I'm talking about. So if you come into that inauguration, you better come prepared because Peter Howard going to be there. And I think the camera I saw that he ordered from Amazon is so sophisticated. So if you put a night mode on, the camera going to highlight everything and take the picture, the thread that running through the clothes. So if you use Channing thread to sew your clothes, Peter Howard going to highlight that part of it. Then he's going to discuss it. So get ready for it. get, get ready for Peter Howard. Peter Howard have announced himself. He said he will be the fashion police at that program. So get ready for Mr. Peter Howard. So my dear brother Jeremiah Chia, welcome again as well. So Mr. Peter Howard, I know you see it? That's it. That walk here there to Honorable Joshua Power. Yeah, the war did a few good things for me. It made me to pass through Bon County and I passed through Nima County as well. So that was the good thing. I spent like I think 2 or 3 months in Nima County. So Bon County and Nima County, the war made me to see those places when I was much younger. And I learned Bassa in 2 months. And some of the Bassa people can hear me speaking. I'm not too fluent, but at least they can understand. I can understand it. So I learned those things in 2 months. In 2 months, I was forced to learn Bassa because I was privileged to go to Bon County, and when I got among my traditional people, I felt it was an opportunity that I needed to pick up as quick as possible because if my family passed through that place, where am I going to learn it from anymore? So it was good for me as well. So Emmanuel, thank you for that. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. I will check my text message. If possible, the people of Bon County can listen to me, Joshua Powell, and what his name, Jeremiah Chia, and the rest of the folks. We can be speaking from Indiana here to the people of Bon County as well. Yeah, that would be a very, 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 very good thing because I spent some time in Banga. That's where my older brother graduated from high school. Alvin, he went to Buffet High School, and yep. So that's a pretty good one. We can have this conversation, Emmanuel. So let's see what we can do after this show, or maybe if possible tomorrow we can talk about it as well. And it will be a pretty good thing to the people of Liberia, especially Bon County, that have some interest. I have interest in Bon County, in Margibi County, and in Grand Bassa County. You see, most of the time I talk about Grand Bassa, and people want to hear that you're a Bassa man from Grand Bassa County. Yeah, my grandparents used to live to where they have the total gas station today. Now it used to be the welcome sample when you enter Grand Bassa. My own being a Bassa person came from Magibi County. Yeah, you go, Emmanuel graduated from Buffet High School. So you see, man, Emmanuel, I tell you about the play because I pass you that play, my dear brother. Trust me. So coming up on the 24th of December, if you're looking for somewhere to go, if you stay contemplating where to go, if you stay relaxing and don't know what to do, before the Christmas, if you want to give yourself a big Christmas shot, if you want to enjoy yourself, celebrate, drink some fine champagne, don't go anywhere else. It's Gau Oakley Sweater Party. Happy birthday, happy pre-birthday to Gau. Gau on the 24th of December 2022, Gau will be turning 1 year old. So come out and celebrate. Get your Oakley sweater. I have gone to the mall and I saw some of the Liberian people getting their Oakley sweater. I think that was so much. I was like, wow. So people really going to celebrate this birthday party. So get ready. It's Gawu Oakley Sweater Party. It's gonna be at 360. I'm gonna read it so slow. So if you get your pen and your paper, let's go. You can do it with me together. 360 EVANS Evans Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46222. Get your ugly sweater. Get ready. You're going to see Mr. Peter Howard live. Some of you who want to see Peter Howard for the first time, you want to see the man who will be conducting the fashion police, you will see him for the first time. He's a designer. He's a classical designer. So get ready for the ugly sweater party. Gawu ugly sweater party. Those of you who been to Gawu Hall, you know when it comes to Gawu, it got to be good because she don't play when it comes to preparation because she believe there's no second time for first impression. The first time I went to Gawu Hall for some party, I was like, oh my God. When I went in the back, I saw the grill and I saw different kind of food. When I went in the house, I saw on the other side, I saw people have hookah on the other side. On the other side, I saw a lot of food on the table. Then when I turned to the bar, I was like, whoa. You know, I can't drink, but when I look at the alcohol, the way the bottle was so designed and the way they fixed the bar, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could drink. But at the end of the day, Mr. Peter Howard gave me one little Red Bull. And that Red Bull, I enjoy it. But when I saw the people drinking, I enjoyed them drinking by way because the way the alcohol was designed, some of the bottle, like some kind of liquor they call cognac and all these seven that liquor. And when I saw some of the liquor, I was like, wow. Peter Howard gave me one little Red Bull. Later on, I power around. Peter Howard gave me one bottle of water again. I said, hey, God, no problem. I will take it. But trust me, if you want to enjoy yourself, on the 24th of December, Gawu Oakley Sweater Party. At this party here, you will not be paying nothing. It's free of charge. You're just walking in, swinging your hand, and you will eat, you will drink, and you will meet people that can get you connected. Gawu Oakley Sweater Party, get ready. You just do so I can. Yeah, you just myself used to get champagne. Yeah, no, but you know, at certain point in time, one time I got champagne my elbow or 10 I said, but when my own money will take my elbow for from today, my money will not take my elbow again. So I cut it off. Yep. So Mr. UJ Doswa know what I'm talking about. So get ready. At Gawu Oakley Sweater Party. Everybody gonna be there to have fun. The inaugural ball, you see Mr. Peter Howard, he will be there. He's the fashion police. He will be check making people after the program. He will have a whole show after the program. I will give him a whole session on the Logan's Hour and all the pictures he would take from there. He would display picture. He will call the kind of a designer each person wears or whichever designer clothes he be wearing. And trust me, he got Mr. Ricky Gonet, who's an expert in cologne and classical spray. He can just smell you from distance and tell what you're wearing. So if you're wearing 1984 Issey Miyake, then trust me, he would detect and you'll come on the show and say, hey, this person wore Issey Miyake, which were other star and blah 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 blah. I'm sorry, I actually be beating, Peter will not do it. So Peter will just be he's a fashion police. He will have a whole summary after the ball, but he will not talk about what you're wearing. He will not mention names, so don't get scary. Don't get scary. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Logan's Hour. Thank you for joining us today. Today's show is gonna be a little different because you know We have had so many things over the time. We have had so many discussions over the time. I think today is yesterday was Mrs. Sarah Dennis' birthday or something. I saw on the group chat, so I want to say Mrs. Sarah Dennis, happy belated birthday. Uh, as you celebrate your birthday yesterday, I wish you God's blessing. Enjoy your new age. And we have we have few things to discuss. We'll not be here too long, and because it's just a continuation of what happened on Tuesday. You know, we had a show here on Tuesday, and we provide the facts, and we know sometimes the facts. A lot of people will not just accept it, and we had a broken news here. We broke a news here about the president appointments, and tons of other people felt that, oh, that's a wicked league. And in fact, what he's saying that he lying and this is this and that and that. And trust me, one thing I can do, I cannot lie because I have no reason to lie. I will not lie if it don't cost my life. And one of my sister, who is the financial secretary, came on my show and say, "Oh, serve as a general secretary when Jan stepped down, and she relying on her name, and there's no evidence to prove that she served as financial secretary." Listen to me. Let me say this. You see me here? I know we're all in the community. We all mingle. We can have fun. But some of us, we have been privileged to work in some institutions that we can gather information from you unconsciously. And you know, I was waiting for you to even push me to the edge. And if you are to push me to the edge, I'm going to play recording or recordings that you, as the financial secretary, you are privileged to be in that meeting. My dear brother Kali Vatika, how are you? And in that meeting, your father said, when Jan stepped down, my daughter, Fatima family, took the position. I know some people following this show would think that, oh, he's just making up. If he have the evidence, why he can't prove it? If you think I'm lying, I just need 6 people to just comment in the comment section and say, play your evidence. Let's hear it. So we can know that, yes, she took over when Jan left. But you know the reason why she embarrassed with the situation? She's embarrassed for one reason. She's embarrassed because we were going to election and she couldn't give accounts of documents that were turned over to her. I got one person say play. I'm still waiting for the rest of the other 5 people to say play. And I will play her own daddy voice while she was present and seated in that meeting. And we all hail her. Thank you for stepping up. And she smiled. She took the glory at the time. But when the time came for accountability, she said, no, not me. I never stay in position. Some of us, we don't just speak because we want to speak. We speak because we have the evidence to back what we are saying. And at that meeting, I had Mr. Jeevan Smith, he was present. I had Mr. Frank Trop, he was present. I had Brenny Afas, she was present. I have Mr. Morris Gore present. I have Mr. Julius Parker present. I have Mr. Robert Kiri present. I have Mr. Richard Boya present. I have Mr. Horty Palmer present. I have Miss Evelyn Cassell present. I have Mr. Jeremiah Saleh present. I have Mr. Rufus Tati present. I had Dr. Famula present. I have Pastor Benedict Colley present. I have Sis Malon Wea present in our meeting. And I have Mr. Inisha George, the board chairman. He was also present in our meeting. When the issue came up, and your daddy said, my daughter, step up. I have, the first thing, it was a good thing when I heard he say that. He said, I have a whole army. And my daughter Fatima stepped up when y'all resigned. And I clapped. I said, thank you. But now when it reached to the point that the election got so heated, and they start asking you about accountabilities, about documents that were turned over to you. You work in the secretariat for the length of time that led us to election. You cannot provide any document. Then you shy away. You know what? I think I got two people that say play A. For the sake of the two people who say play A, I will play A. I will play it to validate that I'm not a liar. That's the only thing that irritates me when people try to question my credibility. Anyway, before we go far, I want to say job well done to my own woman, sis Isabella. She has spent 25 years in service at her job, and as Eskenazi, sis Isabella, shout out to you. Thank you for serving that longer time. So we will be back right after this commercial. You see, I'm sorry I had to go behind the scene just a little while. So, somebody just called me, and the person trying to say to me, well, I don't believe you have that. I said, what do you mean? He said, because that's not you. You don't have it. I said, trust me, I can play that if I want to play it. We have to be truthful sometimes. I will not come here and say something that I cannot do. And I'm about to play it right now in the split of a second. So some of you who thinking I don't have it, I want you to sit back, your cold drinks right now, and get ready to hear. I will just play just maybe 10 seconds of it. I will not go too far so you can hear what I'm talking about. So listen, take a listen.
When, what's the young man's name? When
when Jan resigned as secretary, didn't we put out for somebody to come forward to be secretary? We never. That vacancy remain, and you know what? Because the committee's work got to be done, somebody had to do it. And for me, I keep telling people I have an army. I dispatched that army only for the sake of peace of this community. Fatma was doing Nya's job just so that this administration will run up to this point today. I could have told Fatima, don't do it. And definitely that vacuum will be there. And if I wanted to destroy the community, that's just one simple example I want to show.
All right. So it's enough. I will not go too far. Those of you following now that follow this show and has been following this show, now you heard it for yourself. I will play it for the second time.
Even when, what's the young man's name? When Jan resigned as secretary, didn't we put out for somebody to come forward to be secretary? We never. That vacancy remain, and you know what? Because the committee's work got to be done, somebody had to do it. And for me, I keep telling people I have an army. I dispatched that army only for the sake of peace of this community. Fatma was doing Nya's job just so that this administration will run up to this point today. I could have told Fatima, don't do it. And definitely that vacuum will be there. And if I want to destroy the community,
all right. So enough of that. I never wanted to, but I needed to play to validate, to tell you that I do not lie. Even the other day when I came on my show, I say I have a whole segment of people who, at the time of the election, said something to us and told this and told that. I'm going to play those recordings. I still have them. The only reason I never played those recordings because people personally reached out to me after the show. And they said to me, listen, that is right. But we think for the sake of peace, don't go too far with that. We're begging you. That's why I never did. And those people that met me, they are reputable people. They are elders. I'm not a tough person. I'm not a vindictive person. I'm not somebody who will lie on anybody's name for any reason. But I'm stressing on this, and I played this because the lady in question said I'm lying, and she questioned my credibility. You think during the election we couldn't just play all these things? And the thing about this whole recording, not that it was said in her absence though, she was sitting right there. We hailed her, we clapped for her. She celebrated that time. But after, when we start asking about documents, she said, that's not true. Anyway, let's go to other topic. I just want to prove to you that what I say I could do, I can do it. Anything I say I can do it. Because I know I wanted people to think that, oh, he's just making a story, he's lying. And shout out to my sister Flo. Thank you for joining us today. My dear brother Jan Volule, thank you for joining us as well. Titi Banks, thank you for joining us. And my princess Samahamu Liwe Logan, thank you for joining us. And Mawen Damawa Mawen, thank you for joining us as well. My dear brother John Blamo, thank you for joining us. And to all of you who just joined us lately, I want to say thank you. Shout out to my Oma sis Isabella. She has spent 25 years on her job. It's not an easy thing to spend 25 years on one job because it has to take commitment. Commitment keep you on the job for 25 years. So I want to say, sis Isabella, thank you for keeping that long on the job. All right, let's go to what happened on Tuesday. I came up here. I was privileged to gather information from the same people who work in this current administration. And I came up with the information. My dear brother Herbert, Deborah, Emmett, Welcome to the Logan's Hour, my brother. Thank you for joining me as well today as well. And I came up with information here, and I listed the president appointees, and some of my guys and other people felt that, oh, he's a liar. In fact, what he's saying is not true. He had no information about that. And in fact, the Secretary General, my own dear friend, brother, Mr. Robert Carey, Mr. Carey, listen, let me say this to you too. You're my own friend and you're my own brother. When you start putting information out and at the same time coming back to contradict your information, I think that is a real bad start. That is a real bad start. You are the head of the secretariat. For God's sake, you are the Secretary General of this institution. You put out this information to the community on the 13th of December, 2022. And in this communication, you said that the president traveled out of the country. The president had made some appointments. And when the president come back, subsequently, those that were appointed would be made public. But in no time, when I announced on this show and listed all those that were appointed by the president, all of a sudden, boom, the Secretary General took 360 turn and went back to make those names public while the president stayed out of the country. So for some of you who was privileged to be with us on Tuesday, let's just hear what the Secretary General said on the 13th of his communication. Then we'll go back to what was published just yesterday from the Secretary General. So on the 13th, the Secretary General wrote this. Here they are, Secretary General. He said the Parker's administration is in its second week of leadership and like to inform the public that this administration started working immediately after they were inducted into office. The president has made several appointments by law to help his administration serve the Liberian community of Indiana effectively. All standing committee chairperson and co-chairperson have been appointed, and some other officials from the past administration were relieved from their posts and replaced. There are few other appointments to be made, and as soon those appointments are made, the name of all appointees will be published. The president has traveled out of the country to attend to some family business, and the vice president, Mr. Richard P. Boyer Jr., is in charge of the affairs of the association pending the president return. A formal communication was sent to the board of directors informing them that the president traveled. So let's come out of this. That was a communication from Mr. Robert Carey, the Secretary General. I was on my show on Tuesday. So you can go back to the date and see when was Tuesday. Tuesday was the 12th. And I came up with this breaking news. And in this breaking news, I gave all the president appointees. I named everybody who were appointed to positions. And on that very show, I had Mr. Jeremiah Chie, who joined us on that day. Then coming back here on the 14th, Mr. Secretary General put a press release, and this is his press release. He said the Liberian Association of Indiana, 55 South Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46201 South 314. Office of the Secretary General. Blah, 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 blah. Press release. The president has appointed the below persons to help him move the agenda of our noble institution, the Librarian Association of Indiana. These appointees will be inducted into office on January 14, 2023 at the upcoming inaugural ball. Number 1, Mr. Jeremiah Chie, Assistant Secretary. Mr. Yan N. Volule, LAR Representative to EULA. Mr. Jeremiah K. Silly Jr., Senior, the EC Chair, LAR Representative to EULA. Mrs. Wanyen Dukakie, LAR Representative to the International Global Market. Then they come down here. They say Information and Research Committee. They want to call it IRC. They have Mrs. Jima Fambule Boateng, Chairperson. Mr. Abat Moluba, Co-Chairperson. Then they came up here to say Ways and Means Committee. They got Miss Rose Anju, Chairperson. Mr. James Bala Kaba, Co-Chairperson. Then they say here, the Youth and Sports Committee, Mr. Sawanda Samba, Chairman. Miss Brenny Afa, Co-Chair. The Membership and Welfare Committee, Miss Joyce T. Darby, Chairperson. Mrs. Juliet Kofa Kwekwe, Co-Chairperson. I know that person. Cultural, Religious, and Education Committee, Mrs. Sia A. Pachibo, Chairperson, and Mr. Savasin Doba, Co-Chairperson. Now, from the very day we have all these leaks information, we make our position very clear. We know how it from the community. And I even went on a community chat. And I also tapped in that chat the appointment to EULA. Mr. Yan Volule, well, we can say, yeah, Yan has his right to resign from one administration for administrative reasons that he chooses not to explain to the community. It is his right to serve and not to serve. Mr. Yan Volule resigned his position because he had other family issues. Granted. So if the president, in his prerogative, decide to appoint Mr. Yan Volule, yes, Mr. Yan Volule can serve his community. That's not a crime. Because it's possible the circumstances have changed. At the time he resigned, he had a whole lot he was going through. Currently, probably he has adjusted his schedules. So he believes he can serve his community. But the appointment I have to do with the EC chairperson. For now, the very day the appointment came out day before yesterday, we were going back and forth, and I was in my office, and somebody placed a call to me. The person is a respectable person, and the person said we have to wait and see because since this appointment came up, Mr. Silly haven't said a word, so it possibly he's not aware of it. So we should wait until he can accept it publicly, or the president can come up publicly in his first public appearances and reiterate his appointment. And let's see where we go from there. But I was very categorically clear in my all right. I will read that again, Vic. I was very clear. And I said that if the EC chairperson, Mr. Jeremiah K. Sele Sr. accept this appointment as the representative to EULA, this will be I don't even know how to even classify it, but we can say there will be a clear indication that the election wasn't free, fair, and transparent. This is a classic example of pay to play. I will give you something, you give me something in return. If an election that ain't in controversy or that parties had issues and those issues wasn't addressed to the fullest extent that everybody felt satisfied, and now the EC chairperson who passed the judgment is accepting position, that is a classic example of pay to play. So for my sister Vic, I'm going to read this over. So the president made some appointments, and it was made public on the 14th, 2023. Mr. Jeremiah Chie, Assistant Secretary. Mr. Yan N. Volule, LDR Representative to EULA. Mr. Jeremiah K. Sele, the EC Chairperson, LDR Representative to EULA. Mrs. Wanya Dikake, LDR Representative to the International Global Market. Ways and Means Committee, Mrs. Rose Anju, Chairperson. Mr. James Bala Kaba, Co-Chair. Youth and Sports Committee, Mr. Sa Wenda Samba, Chairperson. Ms. Bernice Afa, Co-Chair. Membership and Welfare Committee, Ms. Joyce T. Darby, Chairperson. Mrs. Julia Kofa Kwekwe, Co-Chairperson. Culture, Religious, and Education Committee, Cultural, Religious, and Education Committee, Mrs. Sia A. Pachibo, Chairperson. Mr. Savasin Doba, Co-Chairperson. Okay, I will read that. I will read that for you. I'll read that for you. So let me do something about my sister. My sister won't get some clarity because she just joined me. So let me just read that part for you quickly. So here, so the announcement say here, the Parker administration is in its second week of leadership and like to inform the public that this administration started working immediately after they were inducted into office. The president has made several appointments by law to help his administration serve the Liberian community of Indiana effectively. All standing committee chairperson and co-chairperson has been appointed, and some other officials from the past administration were relieved from their posts and replaced. There are a few other appointments to be made, and as soon those appointments are made, the name of all appointees will be published. The president has traveled out of the country to attend to some family business, and the vice president, Mr. Richard P. Boyer Jr., is in charge of the affairs of the association pending the president returns. A formal communication was sent to the board of directors informing them about the president's travels. The administration is impressed with the manner in which attendees at the Sunday meeting discussed and critique the inaugural board budget. We thank you for passing the budget, and we are open to constructive criticism at all times. By law, we are in our fiscal year. Every year runs from December 1st to November 30th. The financial secretary has posted in the chat room means by which you can pay your dues, blah, 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 blah. That's it. That's it right there. So, like I said, right, 2 days ago, I received a call. In the Liberian paradigm, they can say They can say from a high place source. This call came in and they said, listen, I understand how you feel at this point because all of your complaints during the election process were about the election commissioner chairperson. I understand that the election commissioner chairperson, he was appointed by the president to serve as representative to EULA. I saw your post in the group chat. You mentioning it as pay to play, and whatever reasons you have your own issues to take with the administration of with whoever person that was appointed. But I think for now, since the election commissioner chairperson hasn't come out to say anything about the appointment, give him the benefit of the doubt. So that's why I decided to go solo on that. I'm only highlighting it because when I first brought this out to the public, everybody felt that I was making up story. And if I was a wiki, they never knew what that story coming from, and all was just gibberish I was saying here. But now it has come to the point where the vice president of the Librarian Association, let me say the secretary general of the Librarian Association have validated my argument. And for some of you who wasn't on the show on Tuesday, let me just recap some of what was discussed here on Tuesday. So the budget was passed in the meeting on Sunday, and a budget of $9,650 that will be used to have this inaugural board that is coming off of January 14. So January 14, the money they're going to be using for your covers is going to be $9,650. And in that meeting, those that passed the budget, there were 38 people present in the meeting. And at the meeting, 27 people voted for the budget, 4 voted against, and 3 abstained from the voting process. 4 people came in later on. And at that meeting, the inaugural committee chairperson, Mr. Wellington Draper, he anticipated that the inaugural board will have 400 attendees. 400 people will attend this inaugural program. And the 400 people who attend the program, 350 of them, they will buy a ticket at the cost of $30. So 350 people will buy a ticket at the cost of $30. That will give the community $10,500. Then 50 people will buy a ticket at the cost of $50. That will give the community $2,500. So the community will be expecting after this inauguration program $13,000 if it goes well. And after the community subtract for $9,650 from in this $13,000, the community will make a profit of $3,350. For the first time, we're going to get $3,350. So $3,350 out on your $51,000, we're hitting to almost $60,000 so early. So immediate administration will be on speed. But let me tell you what the money going to be used for. The $9,650 that were projected and were voted upon, and now we are going to have it as what our working tools for the inauguration. So they say the hall rental at Global Village. So the hall rental, the expense for the hall rental is $3,000. $3,000 for the hall. So breakage fee, security deposit, everything in one is $500 for that security deposit. The food for 400 people is going to be $2,000. And drinks for 400 people is going to be $1,500. The hall decoration is going to be $1,000 to decorate the hall. Some of you who have decorating company, start contacting the committee as soon as possible. Some of you who have liquor store, start contacting the committee as quick as possible. If you're a police officer, you want to serve as a security on that day, for 2 police officers, they allocated $400 for the 2 police officers. So it means each person is going to walk away with $200. Say what way? Some of you who work to dollar store and you got discount, contact the community. So silverware will be $400. Music and DJ is $300. So I still got issue with music and DJ because I know I see a very good DJ that has a good set doing 1,500 watt speakers to take $300. So the community allocated $300 for that. The printing of the souvenir booklet and the program sheets and everything is going to be $300. Then cleaning of the hall. After the program, they had to clean the hall. So the cleaning of the hall will be $350. Then followed by miscellaneous. The miscellaneous will be $400. So the total of that expenditure comes to $9,650. So that's why your $9,650 will be spent on. So those of you who was in here on Saturday, that's the budget the people are working in right now. That's why they're going to be using $9,650 to have this inaugural program. So you have listened to this. You have listened to the Secretary General. You have listened to the positions here. You have listened to me debunking Fatima Family saying that I lie on her name, and I played the evidence here. So now I have gone 1 hour exact. I intended to stay here for just 1 hour, but for the sake of my audience, I'm going to open the line to take at least 3 calls. So for now, those of you who in the Liberian community, if you don't know, we have an appreciation coming up for Dr. Fala. Dr. Fala, as I learned, he will be going to live in another state in Texas. So those of you, I think this Sunday will be his farewell program. So if you don't know, if you're in the Liberian community group chat, Dr. Fala, he's the pastor. He's the lead pastor for the Carrot Tabernacle of Praise. When I came to Indiana, that's the church I learned in. And he's a charismatic pastor. He look in your face and tell you the truth, regardless how you feel. Um, I like him so much. And living this community, I know it's sad for some people who have gotten to know him. And for me, I have interacted with him on numerous occasions. He's a very good man. He's somebody who don't buy and blow. And he say as it is, you want to do whatever, go and do whatever. He and myself, when I first met him, we know he's already get along. Or I felt like, the pastor, they man buy get low and say the truth. What's that? But he's a good man. He says sometimes you gotta give people the flower while they stay alive. Yeah. So those of you who don't know that the Father appreciation will be coming up. So Carry Tabernacle of Praise Sunday on the 18th of December. So you see here his beautiful wife. Here his family will be going to, because we that into God business. Our work is to go and plant churches around the world. So he'll be going as far as Texas to plant another ministry to spread the word of God. Because according to the Bible, this good news have to be taught everywhere, and we are stewards of the gospel. We can't be stationed one place for long. We have to keep going. So Carry Tabernacle of Praise, Appreciation, and Farewell Service of that Christopher Falafaya, First Lady Elisa Fire, team, the God of love and peace will be with you. Sunday, 18 December 2022 at 1 o'clock p.m. prompt. So the address is 5240 South Congo Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46217. So please join Dr. Fala and his beautiful wife and his family to be part of his farewell. I can rest assured you I will be there. Dr. Fala and myself, we have shared a pretty good time. I played for his church in the past. I took the church to 2 successive final in the church tournament. I took 2 awards. I took the most beautiful goal in the tournament. I took the best midfielder in the tournament. And we went to 2 finals. We were not successful to win the tournament, but it was a good thing being in the church in Carry Tabernacle of Praise. They have pretty good people, though sometimes, we all migrate at a certain point in time. But that the father will be leaving this community. It hurts because most of the people in the group chat know him. When he sees stuff, he do not care. He will go there and address it. He don't care if you call him political reverend. He will care if you call him whatever name. Once his conviction, his conscience are clear, he do what he feel is right. So tonight, I'm open to full calls. You can call in right now and just speak on what we discussed here, and do not get from the topic. You can call to also wish Dr. Fala a farewell and let us know what you know about Dr. Fala as well. And you can call to also say thank you to Sis Isabella for staying on a job for 25 good years. So we have our first caller on the line here. So hold on, we got our first caller here. So first caller, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Logan?
My dear brother, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to make some clarity.
Okay. Go ahead.
First clarity first clarity here on the show tonight is you said when I resigned, I did not explain to the community why I resigned.
No, 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 no,
I
no, no, no,
did
no, no.
I did
No.
explain
Can you
to
hear me? Can you hear me? My point
yes, I can
here I
hear you.
was trying to make is whether you explain to the community or not, you wasn't forced to do it. It is the administration you work for should come out to make no clarity as to why you resign. It is your right to resign. It is a right to accept a job. So if you resign and taking on another job, you're not wrong for doing it. It means the situation at the time that allowed you to resign have changed. So you are open to serve your community in another capacity. I said that. Now, but no if and end about that. I can't hold you responsible for leaving one and taking on another one.
Oh, okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. The next one, we
Mm-hmm.
understand that Dr. Famuda said, what he said about Fatima taking my place when I resigned.
Mm-hmm.
But to make it authentic, to make your case authentic, did
Mm-hmm.
you ask the president to confirm what Dr. Famuda said?
But we saw her in meeting, acting as acting secretary general. She was taking the meetings. So it validated the entire argument.
She she might have been asked to do it for that one day,
But
you know,
the first
to
thing
get
here,
filled in for that one day.
granted,
So for you to say she took the entire position,
mm-hmm.
from the time I resigned to the election time, to
Mm-hmm.
validate that, I think it was prudent. It should be prudent enough to ask the president
Uh-huh.
if he appointed
Okay.
or asked
Mm-hmm.
or Ms. Famune to take that post.
Okay. So you're trying to say to
Okay.
me here that her pa lie on her name?
Hey, people say stuff to make themselves look good.
No,
I'm not saying that.
I just
I,
asking you a
I,
question.
I am not saying that. I am not saying that people say stuff to make themselves look good at a particular point.
Okay.
But the
But
president was in charge at that time.
okay.
President Tati was in charge at that time. If
Okay.
I were you
Uh-huh.
as a news broadcaster,
Uh-huh.
I would ask the president to validate that point in
Uh-huh.
which that was made at that time.
Okay. Okay.
For me to be able to put it outside.
Okay. Granted, yeah. Let's just play the devil advocate here. The individual in question, like you sitting in a meeting and your pa said, "Oh, they my son, yeah, he the one stole the meat from all the food the other day." What would you say in that meeting? Will you just let it slide?
Well, in fact, if she was in the meeting,
She was
you guys
present.
asked Fatima, is it true that
Was she present?
is
Then
it true?
why should we ask? We clap for her. We said thank you. She said yes. So what do my answer again?
Did she verbally say yes?
She don't have to verbally say yes. They get something they call
Okay.
constructive notice. She sat down in the meeting. Her pa make that. We say, oh, Fatima, thank you for serving your community. Even Rufus Tati were present in the meeting. So there was nothing to go and ask about again.
Okay. All right. What on the line of the EC appointment to ULA, Jeremiah said serving as an EC chair, it was just for the election. Do you understand that the Constitution say after election, EC dissolve?
It's true.
Do you understand that?
It's true.
After election, EC dissolve.
It's true.
So Jeremiah is a free man. When he announced the result that night, he was a free man. He was not an EC no more. So he's free to serve his community at any time, in any capacity or in any position.
Granted. And which I'm not disputing that at all. But they got something they call optics. You know the election that just ended. You know the controversy around the election. You know the hollow baloo around the election. So it left for you now to just make a judgment on that point.
The Hodu Balu people make it seem that it was Hodu Balu, but it was clear that the other side, which was you people, were not abiding by the same rules that the EC were putting out. Y'all were not abiding by those rules.
State those rules.
So when things come up, when things come up, for example, one of those rules, I can go back to be exact on that. One of the rules was okay. If campaign start so and so time and end so and so time. That was one of those rules.
Okay.
Did you abide by that rules?
But,
no. One of those rules was announce your campaign team did you announce your campaign team on the time in the time frame that those rules were when I was seeing those rules?
Let me tell you right now, Mr. Jan Volule, everything in the document was done by emails. They were never in town. The election commissioner said, go to the community and announce your campaign team. So we communicated with them by emails. Everything this time around, it was by paper trails, emails. Every email
one of the rules.
Listen. Right. The contention area in this whole problem here, it was all about listing, attending listing, this other one. That was the point. So if all the little things we had that went on after the election, we are seeing pay to play, should we not speak about it? That's what he's trying to say. Then when we talk something, then
I don't know the term.
Then somebody say we bitter. Don't make me get on you, Jima family, please.
I don't know the term pay to play, but when election commission put out the first vetting list out, the election commissioner rules was, or if you have any problem with this, do it within so and so time frame. You did not do it until one for meeting. And that meeting, when people now came to you and said, "Oh yes, you got to do this," before you could come up to raise a line on things that it were not okay with you.
Yeah.
So
some
of the things you got to take blame for some of those things. No, you got to take blame as a leader for that group at that time. You have to take blame for some of the things. That's the only time you will be able to correct it in the future when something like that come up.
The attendant listing, you cannot take attendant listing blame. One. The attendant listing wasn't made clear to everybody else, cannot be pushed onto one party. The simplest thing to do, if there was controversy around that, was to call to both parties and say, this is why we have to work with. Only in the end, for us to request that, and we saw that what they were working with, it was wrong. I know what's still making Jima vex. Jima want to have the opportunity to talk to me, to interview me, to ask me questions, but she never had the opportunity. I know it's still hurting her, but one of these days, she and I will sit down and have conversation.
Well, let me just say this. I will not issue what communication to send to you, but I'm just speaking of what I know of, what was public and I know of. But again, I just want to make to you that Jeremiah's position was being dissolved when he announced the election result at that particular time. It's free to accept any position from this administration.
Thank you so much. I spoke with somebody called me, somebody that I respect or have placed those in the community. And what they said to me, I decided to go solo on that. So I'm not going to say anything for now.
I can sense, with that particular saying, I know exactly who for you. But again, I'm not here to put out names. Saying you putting out name, I would not put out name.
Yeah. But
it ring in my ear that okay, so person is called this man to say this.
No, not that. But in all fairness, if you just put that out to the community right now and ask a question, everybody will tell you this is a complete classical pay to play. That's the same.
I don't think so.
All right, that's cool.
We are in a community. When the man is a free citizen, in a position no more, he can accept anything to do to serve his community in any capacity.
Okay, so that's Jan Volule, the man after election. He's free to have any position he want to have. He don't see so. But it is what it is, Mr. Jan Volule. That's your opinion, and we will respect that on this show. So I'm hoping to the next caller. We're going to take 4 callers, as I said, and we have just took Jan Volule. So we're going to wait and take another person, if possible, just 3, because it's already 1 hour. And those of you following us, you heard what we just discussed about. I know, man. Jimana, my own girl, she and I used to be so cool before. So me, I don't talk to people's wives like that. So if you marry and you want to get in fight with me, I don't get in fight with people. I can never be bitter on anything, and no reason to get bitter. The community have never done nothing for me in the first place. I pay my dues every January. I pay $60 for the entire year. I have never, in no time, the community have given me a dime or came to my aid for anything. So the community is benefiting from me. So Jima, just enjoy my dear. I can't get vexed about nothing. The reason why I respect you when I came to the town, I met you here. That people then that you my boyfriend friend and I met you. So I won't make no fair with you. Yeah, you're a lawyer. Maybe one day you kind of plead my case. So whatever you want to say it. You get it right to do it. So go ahead. What are bitter? What are sweet? That it there. All right, guys, we are here. So we will play this short commercial and we will be right back. Thank you for joining the Logan's Hour tonight. And thanks to everyone who joined the Logan's Hour. And thanks to my dear sister, Jima family, for joining the Logan Hour as well.
Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell
All right. So thank you again for joining us again. We are back. And I want to say to all of my people who was appointed, regardless of whatever thing, congratulations on your appointment. Serving your community is an honorable thing to do. We all here to work for the community. So at this time, as you guys take on your new journey, we want to say congratulations. Serve your community with dignity and respect. And the reason why sometimes I go on some officials if I see that you're officials and don't want to respect yourself, because respect is earned though. If you want respect, you have to give respect. So those of the officials that won't respect themselves will not respect them. And those that want to respect themselves and move as officials and move with dignity, we're going to be respected. So to all of those who were appointed, Jeremiah Chia, Jeremiah Saleh, and the rest of the other folks, I want to say you guys are privileged to serve this community. Do it with your whole heart. We know that you will not be getting paid for serving your community, so it's not a problem. You can also do your community service as well. And to one of my sisters, the new people who just move into this community, I know they will do better. They will do better. Oh no, baby, I can do that to you. Trust me, I know a day. The new people will do better in this community. So some of them, like I don't want to call her name, but I would just call her name, Mrs. Sia Pachibo. She's a new person. She just joined this community. Mrs. Sia Pachibo, I want to say congratulations to you. You are the first official since being appointed in this government who have reached out. And though you told me not to say openly, but I just want to say, well, I really appreciate you. You don't see your side into this whole process. Just reaching out to get some inputs and recommendations and how do we move this community forward. I felt very important. I felt that you know the needs of inclusion And I want to say thank you for doing that. And we made some recommendations. I hope you're reaching out to them, even if they want to serve or they don't want to serve. Just ask them. They can just be hanging around the committee, giving some experts' opinion, giving some advices that will move the community forward. So, Sia, I want to say thank you for reaching out as well. To all of those who serve in other positions, after election, it's nothing about showing jobs and making flour. I see some people will keep picking on the other people, tell the other people, say, oh, you're better, you're a loser, that's why you're going down, and the other people going up. Listen, if you want to be showing all those kind of jobs, just allow yourself to be an ordinary, regular Joe Blow. You know, when a regular and an ordinary Joe Blow says something, it don't carry any weight because you're just a Joe Blow. It means nothing. But if you're serving in a key positions and you start calling people all sorts of names, and are the people you expect to work with you, and when they say they cannot work with you, what do? You start getting frustrated so early. You start, and some of them will see you, they will not respect you because you have to carry yourself with a little royalty. You have to appear out there when people see you, they say, oh, that is the financial secretary coming. That is the president coming. That is the vice president coming. You can't put yourself in everything. You can't talk in everything. You're not just Joe Blow anymore. You have been appointed to a position to serve. Of all the Liberians that live here, 477 people participated in the election. You are privileged to be among the few to serve. So you have to walk with dignity. You have to talk with dignity. You have to address people with caution. In my Joseph Silly voice, learn to cultivate your emotions. Not every little thing will get to you. Like the other day, I told Rose, why are you here on this show? I said, you can be ways, means, and find a chairperson that you want to be a bully. Mr. Savannah Spilly, he's a resource person in this community. He know about networking. He know how to design website. So you can't exclude him. He making his point. Everybody entitled to come here and make their point. Rose, you waste, means, and finance chairperson. You will appear on Open Table so many days to talk about your programs, that your upcoming program. You will appear on the same program to talk about your upcoming program as well. People will question your programs. People will come and say some things about you. Will you make plow with them? So you can allow the man to be speaking. Then you tell the man, say, when you get all the idea, then why you lost the election? Election is over now. You're serving in a position. If you want to be asking no question, then don't take position. Just be a regular Joe Blow. Then anything you say, it will not carry weight. But anything you say in your capacity as a ways and means person, listen, when you start calling program for people to go to, oh, the other program coming, or you carry on your promo, you doing it, want to do say that one can bully people, that one I may plow with everybody, why are going to do a program? Then how you see people start staying away. After election, those that are privileged to serve in those positions, you have to be at least careful as to what you say to the other people. Everybody is at the edge. After election, time heal wounds. Nobody go to a point where nobody go to an election to lose. When a person lose the election, at a certain point, it will be at the edge. When you say something to them, they will respond to you. But you that are privileged to serve, you got to be the one who can soften. But not every little thing you jump inside, you trying to bully, you try to tell them something that sound insulting because you feel you're in a position. Listen, power or positions, those things are diminishing commodity. Today, you can be appointed as the financial secretary, as a ways and means chairperson. After a few days, your popularity will start to diminish. People will say, oh, that one working cause people are not going there. Oh, that one can do the one, I can't do the one. So the thing about it is, you are in a position now. Let your work speak for you. The work that you say you can do it. Don't put too much eyes on you. Man, don't make plow with me. Because you make it plow with me, I will put your work in the eyes of the people every day. I have the power to get information from people unconsciously. I will get all your information, all your work that you're doing. Anytime you're doing it work, I will come up here and critique your work. What will you do? Nothing. I will pour holes in your work and tell people your flaws. What will you do? At the end of the day, people will see you to be incompetent. And you don't want that. So at this point, if you are elected to serve in a position, let your work speak for you. If somebody's saying something that is fictitious, you come up here and present the facts and something. You're not public affairs minister to fight everybody. It's not Mortal Kombat. It's leadership. It's serving your community with dignity. So some of you who taking these positions to be Mortal Kombat or to be voting club, well, when somebody says something, oh, I'm going to vote then, and they lose, listen, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because a few days from now, you will exhaust 100 days. And when you exhaust 100 days, we come in here with your name and put your name on the bowl and ask for your 100 days deliverables. And each official that was appointed will present their 100 days deliverables. Go on those days where everybody was serving behind the house. Now you on top of TV. We will display your work. We will bring your 100 days deliverables here. We will hold it in our hand and talk about it. So let's try to encourage everybody to get into the community. Let's encourage everybody. You yourself could have been on the other side of the dial. You yourself could have been in the losing camp. You expect people to kind of be saying some things to you. Nothing moves me. That's why you see I really don't care. But not everybody will accept situation the same way. So the people can say something while you're having different conversation. Then you turn to the person, oh, that why you lose election, or that why you are a loser, or that why you are this. That make no sense. The election is over. It's time to move this community forward. Just stop all the bullying. Just stop all the names calling. And let's be Liberians for once. Good evening, Mr. President and former President. So we have, anyway, President, I will remain President. President, Mr. Rufus Tati, thank you for joining Logan's Hour. My dear sister Villa Duo, thank you for joining Logan's Hour as well. And I want to say thanks to everyone who joined the Logan's Hour here tonight. We are happy that you people always join this community show. And we look forward to working with everybody else. Anything you need, if you feel that somebody else can do the job, don't hesitate to reach out. You see, one thing I like about this man here, Mr. Rufus Tati, he reached out to almost everybody. Opposition can, imposition can, no position can. And he will never shy when he can do something. He will call you, hey, I need to do this. And I really don't have the expertise to do it. Do you know how to do it? When you say yes, you say, okay, you can do that to serve your community. John Brown, you can do that to serve your community. Peter Paul, you can do that to serve your community. That's what we are talking about. So today, as we are all here, please don't forget, on the 24th, if you're looking for somewhere to go, if you stay contemplating where to go for the 24th, because you know big boys and big girls, they always celebrate the Christmas on the Christmas Eve. Don't be like some of those small children that can go celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day. Christmas Day for the children, I think you can take your children out. Christmas Eve for the big people. Don't forget, Sis Gau, her birthday is coming up. On December 24th, 2022, the Oakley Sweater Party. Go and get your Oakley sweater. It will be at 7 o'clock p.m. The address is 360 Events, Evans Street, Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46222. If you're looking for a place to go, don't forget, we have our sister birthday party coming up on December 24th. Save the date. December 24th. When is December 24th? December 24th is next week, Saturday. So get ready for next week, Saturday. This Oakley Sweater Party is coming up. Then, don't forget, on the 18th, this coming Sunday, please, my people, Dr. Christopher Falafaya will be leaving this community. Will be a farewell party. He's the lead pastor for Carrie Tabernacle of Praise. he will be having a farewell and appreciation service that the father and his first lady will be leaving. The theme of this service is that the God of love and peace will be with you. Sunday, December 18, 2022 at 1 o'clock p.m. And the address is 5240 South Congo, Concord, South Congo Street. So get ready and don't forget the inauguration day, the fashion police will be there to deal with you people if you wear duplicate. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to all of you who joined this show tonight, it was a pleasing pleasure to be here as a lead host. And I look forward to having each and everyone up here and let's discuss the issue. I look forward to talk to my sister Jima Famule on this program and let's have issues about the law and in her views as a lawyer, what it takes and what the community need to look up for. And I will look forward to my dear friend and brother, Mr. Ivan Jeevan Smith. They talk about law enforcement. I'll be inviting Dr. Willa Pele, Professor Willa Pele will be talking about healthcare and other areas and other fields. So some of you who in other fields that you feel that the community can benefit from those fields and young people and older people who sit in homes and want to know about how to move about with some of these basic things that you have learned over the time. Remember, the education is not for you, it's for you to give it back to. So the best place to give it back is your community. So let's sit up here and have this conversation. So some of you who would love to appear and talk about specific fields or business that you're involved with, and let's talk about it on the Logan's Hour. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say it was a pleasing pleasure to be with you here tonight. And I look forward to seeing every one of you here on Tuesday. And don't forget, the Liberian Association inauguration is coming up on January 14th. And let's every Liberian go there and let's celebrate and let's move this community forward. So I want to say thank you for joining us today. Thank you and lock your door and let God be with you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.